somebody who always knows how to be found is KRQE News 13 anchor Elizabeth Alvarez, who has this morning's news headlines. Hi, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Elizabeth.
Hey, good morning, ladies. Happy Friday.
Happy
TGIF,
Friday.
I say, right? Good morning to you at home. Well, we begin talking about fire danger and wildfires, unfortunately. Firefighters right now are trying to get a handle on the Lagunas fires that is raging in the Santa Fe National Forest right now. It started about 3 yesterday afternoon, about 10 miles north of Pecos and 1 mile west of Lagunas. Now, along State Highway 63, which right now, by the way, is closed at milepost 14 from El Macho to Holy Ghost. Now, the fire, we know, exploded overnight, and Forest Service officials figured out what sparked it.
It was a down power line that started the fire, yes. We're thinking it was blown over by the wind because we were having some really strong winds earlier.
By 10 o'clock last night, it had exploded to about 500 acres. That is still the latest estimate from the state forestry officials. Take a look at this video from Terry Saunders, who was hiking in the woods when the fire started and had to scramble to find her way out. The fire is threatening a number of homes, but firefighters don't know how many. This includes an elderly couple that reportedly refused to leave because they have too many animals. Now, in the area that's under evacuation, forestry officials say there are 134 Forest Service cabins and 10 campgrounds. 6 trailheads also are there. There's a lot of extreme dry ponderosa pine and some very steep and rugged terrain, making the fire very difficult to fight, and it has not been thin lately, of course, so we will keep you posted on the very latest on the fight of this wildfire. In other news this morning, could the town of Carlsbad, New Mexico disappear? Tech scientists say yes. Listen to this, an unstable salt well cavern, they say, could cause a deadly massive sinkhole capable of swallowing people and buildings. Now, these are pictures of 2 massive sinkholes near the town that were taken back in 2008. They opened up above 2 salt mines. Now, experts quickly figured out that they were man-made, so state officials quickly shut down mining operations at a 3rd site inside the Carlsbad city limits. Well, this here is a graphic cross-section of the ground under one of Carlsbad's busiest intersections. All of the blue you see is an unstable salt well cavern. Experts say it's so close to the ground surface that it could collapse at any time, swallow a business, a church, even a trailer park.
So it's not a matter of if, it's when.
Yes, I would say that's probably the case. It's not a matter of if, but when. But when could be a century from now, or it could be next week.
Wow, well, that certainly is a scary thought. You should know geologists are monitoring the ground movements in the area very closely. They are doing so 24/7, they tell us. What happened to an Albuquerque elderly couple found dead in their bed yesterday morning? That is the question that APD investigators are trying to answer this morning. The couple's son stopped by their house near Tramway in Spain to check on them and saw their bodies through a back window. The son says that they had no medical problems that he knew of, although they say that his father had been depressed recently. Police say there were no signs of a struggle nor any break-in. The couple was in their 70s. We could find out later today if the driver who hit a 5-year-old boy in Albuquerque will face criminal charges. Sheriff deputies say the boy was riding a motorized bike outside his mobile home park. This happened near Coors and Blake yesterday morning when the car hit him. Investigators say that the driver went home, then back to where the crash happened. The little boy's leg was seriously hurt, and deputies say he may never walk again. They interviewed the driver, and they say that the district attorney's office will now decide if there are any criminal charges to be filed. Well, start saving. It is going to cost Lobo fans more to get a season parking pass for football, men's basketball games. So if you want a season pass to park in the lot just east of University Stadium for football games, it's now going to cost you $500 instead of $250. For basketball games, it'll cost you $250 instead of $100. Now, this is the first time parking pass prices have gone up in 5 years. Just so you know, all the money goes to student athletes on all teams. And that wraps it up for your Friday morning headlines. Be sure to catch Matt, Kristen, and myself every weekday morning on KRQE News 13 beginning at 4:30 a.m. All right, ladies, going to send it back to you. Busy Friday morning.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.